Okay. Listen.
Long-time Auckland posse MCOJ and Rhythm Slave have been responsible for one album, a small pile of singles, and memories of more stonkingly fine gigs than we can count. We got together to talk about the oldies and the newies.
Of the world are great. That is something we must state.
But before you go on complaining, you must find out what is paining you.
Is it the hole in your shoe, or the work that your teacher gave you to do,
or the dole check when it don't come through,
or getting turned down when you're buying your brew, bro, or when you stub your toe?
The little things that I'm sure you know about.
When we first started, there was Double J and Twice the T, Upper Hut Posse, and us really. And Double J and Twice the T, I don't know, they kind of got, I don't know, you know, they were on a different level altogether, you know what I mean? Upper Hut Posse inspired us to rap because we thought they're local, that's a local band doing rap music, oh my God, we can do it. That means it's okay to make rap music in this country. You know, they were more of an inspiration because they were so hardcore, I suppose, for the time, you know?
That's the way of the world, man.
Listen clear and you understand.
Your problems that are big, large, and tall don't compare to those that are small.
Because in everyday life, small things cause a strife.
Like when you're eating cake and you get the smallest slice.
It'll get you down,
put you out, jump up and down, scream and shout.
All the time, really, we were quite keen working with local artists, and through the album, you know, we've got Bobilon from Picasso's and Te Moana, and Greg Johnson and Mike Havoc, and all. It was, you know, we're quite into it.
You know, our studio time was often, we'd just go into the studio and, you know, we'd start and we'd get an idea, like, you know, with, like in Body Rhymes, you know, we had a chorus, we'd written a chorus for it, but we also thought, well, it'd be nice to have some female input in this number because, well, it was about sex, basically, and that kind of takes two to tango. So, you know what I mean? It was kind of just to balance it, actually, more, as much as anything, despite the fact we were friends with Teddy and she's a dope singer.
No interruptions, we'll past introductions. Tell by the heat, there's no need for instructions. Beautiful busy bodies bumping. But before we get too busy, let's not forget something.
We were really young and fresh to it, but at the same time, you know, we were really open to jam with anybody we possibly could have, really. Oh, you know, with the Straw People, Mark Turney and Paul Cashley, and Rhythm of Business, Daniel Barnes and George, you know, they were the two crews that we worked with as far as production and music went with. But, you know, we pulled in just about every cat in town to come and play if we could.
Money makes the world go round, that's all they say. And if that's true, my word ain't turning today. I got no dough for the rent, I got no cash to go play. And as for tomorrow, well, it looks a bit gray. I ain't got no cash flow, and if I do, I always tend to blow it all away with nothing to show for it. And I don't.
That was when the economy was bottoming out, wasn't it? Nobody seemed to have any money, or especially no one our age and stage.
Especially us.
And
so we went and rewrote the whole song, and then they sort of changed the beats and added a bit of guitar, and it was going really well. And then the chorus was like, man, we need something really sort of angst and wicked, and was just
Havoc.
I ain't got none, I want to get some. I ain't got none, I want to get some.
When we were working with the Straw People on that, it was more of a case of, you know, we'll write the rhymes, you do the music, and we'll meet in the middle, which was great. I like that style of collaboration, but working with Daryl and Roger for the first time, and we got Grant Fell from the Chickens on the bass, playing on Burn Time, you know, and Fred Harrison, the jazz man, playing on Jointed Hip Hop. So we totally reworked Jointed Hip Hop.
And we were just working a lot more closely with it. Yeah, it wasn't like, it was a project thing sort of with the Straw People, and we were a project, but we were working as a bit more of a posse altogether.
Yeah, it was a bit more, suddenly we found ourselves kind of, we were really, yeah, it was more our thing, you know what I mean?
We won't stop until we get enough. Go join that hip hop, and we won't stop until we get enough. Everybody in the house a hip hop supporter, strictly roots and hardcore, and that's an order.
I know we've got a couple of tracks that, you know, we're really influenced by On You Sound and Angus McNaughton, who, may I point out, is one of the backbones of New Zealand dance music for his awesome mixing skills at Incubator. You know, we're all pretty big On You kind of fans, you know what I mean? So I think that's come out. We call him Mo Delay in the studio because he dong, you know. So musically, I think lyrics, we spend a bit of time on lyrics, but also musically, we've been really getting into that side of it, you know what I mean? As me, Daryl and Otis together.
But that's alright. In fact, it's cool, like sharks in a club, we be hanging in a school. Ain't an ocean too deep for the cool fins to cut it. Swim to a reef and then another when they shouldn't. Stop, listen, what's that sound?
When we do the dancehall thing, it's kind of like
Possessed by strange Rastafarian spirits.
yeah, we do. We kind of, I don't know, I mean, obviously, if anybody's listened to our album, we indulge in the herbal verbal. and
Herbal verbal.
So generally before a reggae gig, big smoke, and then get on stage and just let it flow, really. And I mean, Daryl is the greatest hip-hop DJ in New Zealand simply because he listens to the raps, you know what I mean? And he can hear when you're going to stop and change, go into another
We've done
song.
enough with him. He can really read us really well.
You know,
live.
we read him and he reads, and it just works. So I mean, I like to think we're pretty versatile in that sense that we can, you know.
Because even when it's full freestyle, Daryl will know he's reading the crowd and read us, and he'll just put on the awesome track.
Hey, I said, now what up with the homophobics? Where did they come from and where have they been? Hey, what up with the homophobics? Where did they come from? So tell me what you're seeing.
We're fine-tuning what we want and, you know, what we want out of our sound and stuff like that. And I think with the second album, we really want to prove to everyone, the world even, that Otis and Mark and Daryl can really kick some ballistics when they get in the studio. With Mo Delay. With Mo Delay.
It'll be good for our career. Publicity doesn't pay for the bills that we got coming right out of our ear. This is the amount of time that you gotta be kicked around. The sooner you stand up for yourself, the sooner the shit goes down. Hitting a fan in all directions. In the next election, the government smoke a joint will get the vote with no exception.
After the break, we check out some more of Mark, Otis, DLT, and the Dancehall Style.